name is Robert Unger. I'm the Director of Worship and Music at Resurrection Lutheran Church in Cary, North Carolina. Today I'd like to visit with you about the hymn, He's Risen, He's Risen. It's written by C.F.W. Walther, the first president of the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod in America. He is also the name after which the Walther League is named. So you might remember him if you're a little older as the Missouri Synod's youth group. I can do this, I think, in part because he is an ancestor of mine. At least sort of. One of my great-grandfathers or relatives is Friedrich Lochner. He was a Lutheran pastor who started a lot of the large churches in the cities in the Midwest. And he married C.F.W. Walther's daughter. This hymn is the only one in our hymnal which was written by Dr. C.F.W. Walther. He wrote both the lyrics and the tune. I think knowing the story behind this hymn makes it even more meaningful when we sing it during the Easter season. During his short stay in Perry County, Missouri, Dr. Walther helped start the Log Cabin College and led the congregations at both Dresden and Johannesburg during times of great suffering and death. Not long before his participation in the Altenburg debate, he fell into the icy waters of the Apple Creek and caused some severe medical issues. After taking a call to Trinity Lutheran Church in St. Louis, Dr. Walther became involved in a whole set of new responsibilities. In addition to serving his country and serving his congregation, he was involved in starting several other new congregations in the St. Louis area, which is the headquarters of the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod. He not helped form what became the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod, but he also became its first president. Once Concordia Seminary moved from Perry County to St. Louis, he would teach many classes there, and he became the first president of the seminary in St. Louis. He was the editor and author of Der Lutheraner, a newsletter for other confessional Lutherans around the country. He was an experienced person of many different events. He experienced the Great Fire and the cholera epidemic, which both took place in 1849 in St. Louis and impacted many families in his congregation. He lost two sons who died before they were 4 years old. By the time 1860 rolled around, Dr. Walther was physically, emotionally, mentally exhausted and spiritually exhausted. He was on the verge of a breakdown. So his condition led him to make the decision to make a trip back to his homeland in Germany in hopes of getting some much-needed rest and to be re-energized. It was on his voyage across the ocean in 1860 that Dr. C.F.W. Walther composed this hymn, He's Risen, He's Risen. He wrote this hymn on April 8th, which was Easter Sunday that year. In a way, I guess, Dr. Walther was able to receive some relief by preaching a sermon of a hymn formed to himself as he was surrounded by the waters of the Atlantic Ocean. When he returned from Germany later, Dr. Walther was able to continue performing his enormous amount of responsibilities with renewed vigor. And now we also have this wonderful hymn, which is full of words of hope. As we sing it, maybe we can imagine C.F.W. Walther standing in the pulpit proclaiming an inspiring Easter message. He's risen, he's risen. has at least 6 doctrines of the Easter in it. It proclaims Jesus' resurrection that opened death's prison. Jesus is the incarnate Word. Jesus suffered on Calvary. Jesus brings in the new creation. He did descend into hell. Jesus gives us atonement. It's a great song to sing about Christ's resurrection. The first verse goes like this. He's risen, Christ Jesus the Lord. He opened his prison, the incarnate true word. Break forth, hosts of heaven, in jubilant song, and earth, sea, and mountain their praises prolong. Happy Easter.